Hello, mother frickers. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to drive. Yes, I said drive. The world's first all-wheel drive K24 Civic Type R. In all reality, we don't have much to do before I can actually just put this thing on the ground and attempt to drive it out of the shop and then drive back in the shop, because there's a lot of other random things that I want to finish up before I actually feel comfortable taking it on a couple mile ripper. Those things include, we need brakes, we need clutch, meaning hydraulic system stuff. I need to loop the cooling system real quick. Instead of waiting on the AN conversion kit to come in for the heater core hoses, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a quick little loop just to bypass the heater core for now. We need rear diff oil, which I have here, and I should probably like tighten the wheels and just do random stuff like that. So without further ado, let's toss this thing up in the air real quick. Let's do the gear oil, make sure the drive line and all that good stuff underneath is tight because I think it's still loose. And then we can move on to hydraulic stuff. And yeah, I don't even know. Trying to drive this thing for the first time sounds crazy because I never thought it would, I shouldn't say that. I just knew it was gonna be a long process before this thing ever drove. And it definitely has been a very, very long process. Hypothetically speaking, I don't need brakes and I don't need clutch hydraulic systems to put the car in gear and then start it and see if all four wheels spin. I guess it's not LSD, so it's not gonna spin all four, but if we have a front wheel spinning and a rear wheel spinning, we're good. Let's try it. All right, let's get a hydraulic system on. This is a little janky. I'm being impatient for sure. I'm gonna build some brake lines. There's two lines that we need to make that run from the master cylinder down to the ABS pump. So I need to build those real quick. I was waiting on some fittings for that. But before I do that, I wanna address something that I saw in the latest upload, which a lot of you guys thought the intercooler was jammed up against the AC condenser. And while I do agree, it is close, but it's actually closer, the condenser to the radiator. And on a lot of cars, like STIs and Evos, when they have a factory front mount and you do a big front mount, it's actually closer than that. So I don't see a problem there. And then addressing all the comments about the bumper beam covering part of the intercooler, you gotta keep in mind, as soon as you put the bumper on, unless we cut that big chunk out of the center, it's gonna cover the intercooler as well. So I don't really see a point in rebuilding this. Once again, plenty of space. We'll be all right. The whole hydraulic system is complete. We are just needing to bleed the hydraulic system. So what I'm gonna do and I wasn't planning on doing this, but definitely the better option. Initially, if you guys can remember back, to fit the older Civic, like the EM1 booster and master and reservoir, to use this turbo kit, we had to notch the firewall just a little bit as well. Initially I was thinking, not a big deal, I'll just unbolt the two nuts down there, pull this guy out and fill it. But a better option is to just pull this cowl off. I'm gonna put a little hole in the firewall right above the cap. Whenever we need to add fluid to the reservoir, we'll just have to pull the cowl off, not a big deal. I think that's a much better option than trying to feed this out of here. Of course, the manifold's in the way, the turbo's in the way, all that stuff's in the way. That'd be a pain. I do need to attach the brake lines underneath as well, but I think I'll do that when this motor comes back out to be built. Hi, Dem.
Hello.
What's up? Ready to drive this bitch out of here? Okay. Remy and I are gonna bleed the brakes. Oh, the clutch mainly. Might need a little bit of brakes, but we don't need brakes that bad, right?
The car won't run that long.
All gas, no ass?
Yes.
I only could drill a half hole here, but that's enough. Right, Remy?
Yes.
Okay. We got air. Good? Oh. It's working?
Yeah, I don't think I need my hand.
I'll use your hand. On my cock. Right down. Dude, it's, oh wait, go. Jared, zoom in on this bitch. Go ahead. It's moving. All right, down. Fucking shitty titties. Go ahead. All I need is enough to drive this bitch 5 feet, so. Is that enough to drive 5 feet?
I would do it like one more time.
Right. How does the ACT clutch feel?
So fucking soft.
So soft? Gang, gang. All right. Okay. Pump that bitch up. It's probably good. Oh yeah, she got plenty of movement. Gotta charge the jump pack over yonder. My battery's dead as fuck. So we have a clutch. Brakes don't really work all that well, but as of right now, I don't care. My goal is to take it off the lift and drive it from right here to the road and back in the shop. There's a lot of other little things to finish up on the car before we put miles on it, like I said earlier. But anyways, upper radiator hose is on. Heater core is bypassed for now, so I just looped the lines. Lower radiator hose needs to go on. Throw some water in it for now. Fire it up and drive it. Sick. So of course, for now, this thing just gets water to drive 5 feet, maybe 100 feet. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna fire it up. I'm gonna make sure that I can put it in gear and it's gonna spin all four. And if it does, slap the wheels on and rip it. Dead as could be, damn it. After further inspection, the oil's not coming from the head gasket. I just fired it up and ran it for quite a while. Oil's not coming from the head gasket. My exhaust manifold, from what I can remember, does not have a gasket on it. It's coming out of the exhaust manifold where it bolts onto the head. So what that tells me is these valve stem seals are completely shot. I'll get it up in the air later on. As of right now, I honestly do not give a shit about an oil leak. It leaks water a little bit from the thermostat housing. It leaks oil. I right now do not care at all. Not 1% of me. I'm excited that it's leaking oil because that means it's running. I need to bleed the clutch just a little bit more, as you can see, being that I'm assuming the valve stem seals are completely shot. It has a fair amount of smoke. Once again, I'm excited that it's smoking because that means this bitch is alive. Let's go drive it. Let's bleed the clutch and go drive it.
Okay.
You can use the turbo this time because I got intercooler piping now.
Okay.
Your seats are up. Bro, what the fuck is going on? How come you're trying to spray us?
I don't fucking know. What's wrong, man?
Why is the passenger side not spinning?
It ain't got a fucking LSD in it. You never seen an all-wheel drive car in the air before?
No.
Well, you did it.
Hopefully it has oil pressure.
Who knows?
At least to the turbo.
It's got enough pressure to make it leak.
I don't give a fuck about the motor, but I'm gonna pull that oil feed real quick. If that bitch ain't got oil, then I got issues. Bro, look at the puddles. Holy shit. No fucking way, bro. I got zero brakes.
Oh shit.
God damn. Alright, you wanna pop the hood? I can put wires and shit. Oh, not my harness.
Oh no.
I can fix it. What is that harness? Where does that go? Huh.
5 feet, huh?
Bro, look at this puddle of oil tray. Come here. Look at this fucking, see in the block right there?
Oh my god.
She's a little leaky.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what leaks mean, Trey? Or Remy?
Nope, I never had those.
It means it fucking runs. We're gonna blow this thing up if we drive it anymore. which sucks because I feel like it's like I do have a spare K24 I could put in the car. It could have the same exact problem though, is what I'm worried about. So I don't want to put another stock motor in the car, but I don't want to wait for parts to come in and build a motor. So I'm like in a weird position. Before I move on to the next build, I really want this thing like as close to finish as possible. I know it is a car, cars are never actually done, but if we could actually just drive it on the street, I'd be happy, and then we can move on. Just out here messing around, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. Headlights still work. Blinkers are not working. Not sure if there's something in the factory dash, that maybe like the relay or something in the factory dash. I have no idea, but there's no sort of relay that you can hear clicking. For some reason, nothing with the hatch is working. Rear wiper is not working. I cannot get the hatch to unlock, so something must be unplugged for that. But for the most part, everything else works. Windows still go up and down. All the door locks work. Everything up here works. I do need the code for the freaking radio again. But let's see if climate control works. Climate control works. Ignition works. Parking brake works. Everything else works. This is the goal. I am going to change up the dash. I do not like it whatsoever, if I'm being honest. I did have these covered, and it was a little bit better, but still not good enough. I want this interior as factory as possible. Of course, we're gonna have to use the Haltech dash no matter what. I'm not gonna put the stock dash back in here. That'd be pointless. Massive, massive, massive step today with the first drive. Could not be more excited. Could not be more freaking stoked. Of course, we have a long ways to go on the car. I do need to get a built motor for it, and I might do some trans work as well. I do want to spray the bay when the motor's out. So, like I said, we got a ways to go, but we've made so much freaking progress. It's absolutely insane. Just getting in the car and putting it in gear and it moving on its own, and knowing that all 4 freaking wheels have power. Verified when we had it up on the lift. Massive, massive accomplishment for myself. Never thought it'd be possible, but we did it. Like I said, a long ways to go, but I'm stoked. Gonna wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out, my friends. Drop a comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you boys in the next video. Peace out.